Welcome back to Sports Chat. Those are some good-looking highlights, Smitty. Good job. Let's go ahead and move on to Athlete of the Week. Take a closer look at Andy Hannon.
The 6-foot guard from Baldwin City has been a part of the Wildcat basketball program for 4 years and says he has no regrets.
I think it went pretty well. There's some things I knew I could have done better, but nothing really I can do about it now. I can't go back. I don't take anything back from it, but I think I did pretty well here. I had a great time.
Hannon has been a 3-year starter for the Cats and captained this year's team.
Well, Andy's one of our senior leaders. Had a rough year because he's gone down in January with a back injury. Missed about 3 weeks, and then he came back and turned his ankle. But since he's gotten healthy, he's been a real key player for us. I think the kids look up to him. He's been here 4 years.
During his last performance in Collins Gym, Hannon shot lights out with 14 points and dished 5 assists in Baker's final home blowout over Missouri Valley last Thursday.
It felt pretty good. I played here for 10 years, so it was pretty good feeling to go out with a big win like that. And especially since everyone played good and I played good, this makes everything better.
Hannon is an exercise science major and will spend 1 more year at Baker before graduating. He's also a member of Baker's baseball team and will join them for 2 more years. So which sport does Hannon like better?
I'm going to say basketball. My dad get mad, but I don't care. I like basketball better.
When he's not being a dual sport athlete and studying, Hannon enjoys playing Guitar Hero, hanging out with his roommates, and playing golf. Coach Rick Weaver described Hannon's personality.
He probably won't be a motivational speaker, but he's a quiet, like I said, lead by example type guy, and he's just done a solid job.
Not really. It's been a fun time. It's been a fun ride. It's like thank all the fans for always supporting us through my 4 years, and even though we weren't doing that well this season, just everyone being there, so it's been fun.
Thanks, Kelsey. Alex, there's some big news in the soccer community. Coach Koch apparently is taking a couple guys with him, Carson, Gill, and Tom Lowndes. Both had excellent seasons this year. Carson started every game for us at left back, was Regional Player of the Week twice. Tom Lowndes scored some huge goals, including a big hat trick as a freshman, so it's going to be a big loss. We get the reaction right now. Here's Carson Gill and Tom Lowndes.
Yeah, spoke to Coach Koch, and he said obviously he wants me to go up there and he wants me to obviously start and just do well for the team that I've done this season and just keep progressing and play that attacking midfield role that he knows I can play, get forward, support the strikers and score goals, and just says hopefully he can see me improving and playing a big part for the team.
To be honest, it just made sense from a financial point of view, as it's basically home for me. And I'm going to a good soccer program there, obviously, as they were number 4 in the nation, and then it was just basically too good of an opportunity to pass up.
I think obviously all my mates, I'm going to miss all my friends the most, because everyone at the soccer lads I'm good mates with, and made some really good friendships and stuff, so I'm going to miss that. Apart from that, I'm going to miss the university, obviously, because I've spent a whole year here, so I've enjoyed it a lot, and just the whole atmosphere, really, of the Baker.
Well, that certainly will be a huge loss next season. Tom Lowndes, one of my favorite players, a lot of energy. Carson Gill, just a dependable guy there, really professional quality player. So we're going to miss them next season, but at least we got you back, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that should help out. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break.
Welcome back. Now we have another Baker Staff Spotlight by Cyrus Oliver. This week he interviewed Teresa Clounch.
Thanks. For this week's installment of the Staff Spotlight, I'll be speaking with Teresa Clounch, Associate Dean of Student Development.
I do like to play sports. I was a student athlete in high school and middle school or junior high, and so playing sports. I actually played everything but football, it seems like. I played tennis, I ran track, I played volleyball. I did a little bit of everything, and so that's why I think I still like to do it now. It's a fun part. Kind of takes me back to being able to compete, and I like to do intramurals, and at an adult level we call that rec sports, but having a good time doing that with friends and church members and things like that. I probably would, as an undergraduate, I'd study abroad. I'd make sure I had at least one study abroad experience, because I realize now I would love to do that now, but time, financial resources don't always permit. So I would say study abroad, and I would go somewhere that would be, an opportunity to learn a different language or to enhance that language, because I didn't pick up a second language, so that would be an opportunity. One of my first cousins, he is deaf, and so his mom, my aunt, always fought for resources for him in Iola. And back in the day, I went to Girl State, and then when Derek had the opportunity, he went to Boy State. And because of needing a sign language interpreter, his mom fought for, his opportunity to go, and so they provided a sign language interpreter for him. I've also been a really big fan of Helen Keller, and so that story really spoke to me as a young child, and so I always wanted to do that. So I always felt that was kind of like one of my passions, and I always feel like when I see someone signing that I try to look just to see if I can pick up a sign, but some people, when we're speaking now, like we're speaking so easily, they sign that fast. And so you really have to pick up words you're thinking, wow, okay, what word was that? Or with all the things that are going on with the campaigns, and you see people who are signing, and if you get an opportunity to see them and you hear the words, you try to pick up. I always try to figure out if I could catch anything. I always feel like I'm eavesdropping when I'm doing that, just because I know enough to be dangerous. Failure is impossible. And I believe that's a quote from Susan B. Anthony. There's a scholarship called the Susan B. Anthony Scholarship, and I believe they've renamed it recently because of some faculty members they wanted to honor. But I was a Susan B. Anthony scholar, and at the time I think it was probably like a $500 scholarship, which back then was fantastic because I think it covered books for 2 semesters. Now I think $500 might cover half a semester, 1 semester books, but failure is impossible, which relates to you in a way that it's impossible to fail if you look at every situation as a learning opportunity. Yes, you can set a goal, and let's say you want to raise $2 million for the breast cancer awareness, and you only raised $500,000. Well, is that still a good thing? Yeah, definitely. Did you not reach the actual numerical goal you set? Right, you did. You didn't meet it, but what did you learn from it? Also, any time in life when you have a hiccup, when you have a roadblock, a stumbling, anything, which I occasionally have incurred with my dissertation, working on it, you have to realize there's a growth opportunity, and what did I learn from it, and how can I do better next time?
There are so many interesting people around us. I hope you join us next time for the next Baker Staff Spotlight. I'm Cyrus Oliver, KNBU TV.
Thanks, Cyrus. And now it's time for the question of the week. And this week's question is, if you were an American Gladiator, what would your name be?
I know if you were an American Gladiator, your name should be Tricia the Hammerhead Sheldon, and you could go around and just do against people. It would be awesome. Well, here's coming up is the question of the week.
If I was an American Gladiator, my name would be Big Show 2.
If I was an American Gladiator, my name would be Stealth, because I'm quiet and come with a punch.
If I was an American Gladiator, my name would be Jappa Ginger.
If I was an American Gladiator, I'd be the Thunder from Down Under.
If I was an American Gladiator, my name would be Astro Creep.
If I was an American Gladiator, my name would be Spunky, because it sounds pretty girly and people wouldn't really take me serious, but then I'd kick them over like this tree.
Wow, those are some interesting names. Well, that'll do it for this week. I'm Chris Campbell.
I'm Tricia Shelton.
Tune in next week for another edition of Orangeline.